Cool. I think this team has the ability. I think they have the talent level, certainly, to be bowl eligible within the first 6 to 7 games. So let's take a look at the next one and see if we actually think that will be true, because the Fighting Greg Schiano's come to town, and that dude knows how to run a defense. Rutgers seems to play very, very well on him. With him, it's his second time around with Rutgers. He's one of the only coaches to, if I remember correctly, to take them to a bowl game. So they've got a returning offensive production of 72%, which is a national rank of 13. So what do you think on this one for the game that's the day before my birthday? Do I get to have a happy birthday or an unhappy birthday?
You don't.
Shit.
This is where we kind of, like I said, we come off that Purdue win, and it's kind of like we finally get the feeling of like, oh, we can't screw this one up. And I think that Rutgers is the game that we find a way to screw up. It's the messiest game we'll see so far. It's going to be at Memorial Stadium. Greg Schiano is going to bring their A. Going to feel high and mighty. All we need is this one win. And Nebraska still, even though we've had a lot of nice things up to this point in the 2024 season, this is the first not nice thing we get to have. And we don't get to have a clean 6-0 start to our year. And we lose to Rutgers at home, 17-14 Rutgers. It's just a painful game. It's just we couldn't get anything going on offense. Our defense, they did all they could, but Rutgers just managed to find, maybe a special teams explosive play. Maybe we screwed up on offense, gave them a short field, and they were able to kick a field goal. It's just one of those games that just feels absolutely deflating, especially considering we've been trying to chase 6 wins forever. And this is where I find that we have the Nebraska moment. What is Nebraska going to do? This is the Nebraska thing to do. We're 5-0. All we need is one more win against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, and we don't. It's just kind of like, okay, let's bring ourselves back down to earth here. This is going to kind of sting a little bit, but life goes on. So I think it's a 17-14 victory for the Scarlet Knights and Greg Schiano. And I mean, they've got an over-under of 7.5 wins as well. They're right in the same boat that we are. Yeah. I think Rutgers has a pretty good year. And I would not be surprised if they pull off this win in Memorial Stadium. So that's my thought.
Well, I'm not sure you get that score.
Patrick.
Two safeties, and Nebraska gets a couple of Alvano field goals.
That is a scoregami if I've ever seen it.
Or we went for 2 and we had 1 touchdown. Who knows? But he says 6-4 Nebraska. Moonbot says 27-17. Greg says Rutgers has Washington the week before, and they should be 3-1 coming into Lincoln. So, oh yeah. Anyway, mine, I'm with you. 3-point loss again for Nebraska. And this was before I got your numbers. I already saw this as a 3-point loss. This is the game, like you said, that Nebraska manages to shoot themselves in the foot when we didn't think that was going to happen again, because we got kind of over that hump with Colorado. We kind of go to West Lafayette. We figure things out there. We surprise ourselves with how good we are. And then we come back to earth when Rutgers comes to town. And Schiano smacks us in the mouth for 4 quarters with that defense. Rhule gets roughed up. Offensive line struggles. So, 20-17 Rutgers is kind of where I'm at on this one, too. So, 5-1, and then of course, as we are good at doing as Husker fans, right? We're all going to sit there and go, okay, we're 5-1. Last year we were 5-3 or 5-4, and we had 4 chances to get bowl eligible, and we didn't. Is this going to is it going to happen again? Oh no! 17-14 Nebraska instead of 17-14 Rutgers, right? Is that what you got? Yeah.
Yep.
Me, I've got 21-20 Nebraska. So instead of 20-17, I think is what I had on the first one. So